Hello, I'm Scott Monfort. I'm the Extension Peanut Agronomist with the University of Georgia. And this year is quite an interesting year because it is one of the largest peanut crops that we've had since World War II. And so we're dealing with a lot of things just from the logistics of having a big crop, but also from the economic standpoint of we backed down off of cotton and increased our peanuts because of economics. Peanut is the only thing that really is paying a little back to the growers this year, and so they really put a lot of pressure on this crop to pay back dividends. And so what we are seeing currently is the results of that. Anytime we put pressure, we have a lot more disease issues to deal with, and we've been dealing with them and handling it pretty well. We've had great rains up until about 3 weeks ago, and so this crop is a pretty good crop. It's an average to above average crop at this point. You're going to see potentially what we're talking about in the near future, that if we don't get rains, this crop's going to start inching backwards. And what I mean by that is we're not going to have the high yield potential as we did 3 weeks ago when we were receiving rains. And so our dryland crop is what's one thing that we're worried about right now. We are at a point here in September that we are already digging our April planted crop, because we do plant between April 15th and July 1st, unfortunately that late. And we are digging that first crop now. It is coming out of the ground. It looks really good. So far the grades look good, which is the quality of the crop. But again, as we're moving in this dry spell, we are starting to see some issues or the effects of the dry weather, and our peanut crop is somewhat slowly starting to give up. And what do I mean by that? It means that they're starting to dry out, they're not progressing, and we're having to make some decisions about going ahead and digging those to maintain the quality that we have and try not to have some peanuts that really don't fill out and therefore immatures and cause our quality to go down. And so the crop that was planted after mid-May, we're worried about that also, and you're going to see a lot of wilted up peanuts potentially. We've seen that all over the state, and we're worried about those. I mean, it's half our crop. We're worried about those crop that was planted May 15 on with this dry spell. If it does not end in the near future, it's going to hurt our yield potential on the backside. And so to kind of conclude, we estimated we're going to be somewhere between 4,300 pound average. That's already started slowly coming down. And I think if we don't change our weather patterns, we're probably going to be closer to that 4,000 pound range as a state average. Now, that does not mean that we're not going to have high quality peanuts and with a large part of the crop. It's just that our non-irrigated is going to be one that loses yield potential. But it's a very big crop. It's a very good crop at this point, and hopefully we'll get some rains here in the near future, and we'll see the growers finish out this crop and hopefully continue to make money. That's what we're after.